Our next presenter served the nation's veterans at the St. Louis VA healthcare system, specializing in mental health for the past 20 years. She is the National Applied Art Chairperson for the National Veterans Creative Arts Festival and continues to serve as the coordinator of the annual local Veterans Creative Art Competition. She's also a proud grandmother. Please welcome Karen Waite.
Thank you. Thanks. Hello, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity to present today. I had a great opportunity to meet some veterans at our lunch table just today, and they are artists and didn't know about what we have to offer. So I'm excited that I've at least touched 2 people, and hopefully many more today. So I'm going to have them show the video, and this is a little bit about the National Creative Art Festival. Then I'm going to talk briefly about the local Creative Art Festival, which then leads up to the national. And if I have a couple minutes left, then I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of my personal experiences. So we're going to show the video, and some of it's behind the scenes, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for showing that. And you'll notice that this is a little outdated because they are developing the one for this year. The National Festival is held annually, and this year it is going to be in Des Moines, Iowa. We've been in San Antonio. St. Louis hosted, actually the Creative Art Festival has been around since 1981, and it joined together in 1988 in St. Louis. They combined the performing and the visual arts that year, and then we hosted yet again in 2007. So it was a great experience, and people came from all over the state to help, and it was, as they pointed out here, very rewarding for the people who assisted. So at the local level, I am the coordinator at our local level, and we have 3 different main categories that a person can participate with their art. We have visual arts, we have creative writing, and we have performing arts. So we have a special evening where we open up. We have a live stage show. It's about 3 hours long, and veterans have the opportunity to present themselves in all forms. Dance, we've had comedians, we've had ventriloquists, we've had various different types of acts. For the visual arts, there are 51 different categories that a person can participate in and enter their artwork. They can enter up to 3 different pieces, but they have to be separate categories. It also has to be done, the artwork has to have been done within the last year, which really encourages the continuation of art as a modality for therapy and healing. That's kind of one of our strict guidelines, and some people are disappointed at first. However, we do have one category that it can be entered at any time, and that's military combat experience. And in a moment, I'll tell you about the National Creative Art Festival and what happens there, and there's military combat experience as one of the evenings and one of the presentation meetings. We have, then also we have creative writing, and they are entering their art through creative writing, and it's actually a competition. So at this local level, it is a competition, and we have the art gallery, and we have the creative writers in a book, and we have the performers, and we have judges that then judge them for 2nd and 3rd place. First place winners, if it's the visual art, we take photo of it and send it off, and it is judged at the national level. And if they receive 1st place nationally with the visual art, they are invited to attend. And if the performers are selected 1st place, they may be invited to attend. And creative writers, we're really excited to say that in the past, when we had the creative writers, they just kind of joined along with the performers. But we now have a really full and wonderful program for the creative writers. They have creative writing workshops throughout the week, and special events that they go to, special speakers that come and present for them. Wonderful opportunity. Then we also have, at the Creative Art Festival itself, the visual artists go for 5 days, and they have the opportunity to sort of tour the city in their art communities. They go to art galleries, and they have art workshops throughout the week. They set them up in a nice hotel, and they have healthy programs, and then they have something that's called artist interaction. That's where each of the individuals who won 1st place have the opportunity to get up. We have a slideshow that shows the top 3 winners. So again, that's competition across the entire country. We have over 100 VAs that enter. Last year we had over 3,600 entries. That's a lot of artwork. That's a lot, and there are so many veterans that don't even realize that we're there and available for them. So we want to get that word out to everyone. So, and then the performers, they are there for 7 days, and they have the opportunity each day to rehearse. And I always think it's a lot of work because I'm on the visual arts side, and I get to go to to assist the veterans to go to some of the special places. But performers, it's their blood, it's what they love, and they have a chance to really meet each other. That's probably one of the most important parts, is that the veterans have the opportunity to meet others of their interest. People from all across the country. And I can tell you, many of them have kept up for years and years after the fact. So I had a couple of experiences from my local, it was mentioned that I'm an occupational therapist, and that sometimes confuses folks, but I'm an occupational therapy and mental health. And I use artwork and crafting as a therapeutic modality. And I have some outpatient groups, and in my outpatient groups is senior veterans. And I can tell you numerous times, I've had veterans walk in the door, look scared to death. Why am I here? I'm 70 years old, I don't want to do crafts. And then after just a short period of time, I cannot get rid of them. They just won't leave, they want to stay because it becomes so very meaningful. So they have varying levels of their skills in art, but they have an opportunity to express themselves. And through art, sometimes that's a distraction, and the conversation starts, and the conversation flows. So, and I'm proud to say that actually 2 of the presenters here today have won first place at the National Creative Art Festival. If anybody has any additional questions and would like to talk with me because you are a part of a VA and your VA doesn't have a Creative Art Festival, I would love to help mentor and help you get one started. And it can start as small as 1 person up to as many as you'd like to have enter. And we will be glad to help guide you with that. So, okay? All right. Couple more experiences, and I can't see because of the light if my time's about up, but couple more experiences. I had the opportunity that I had a veteran. I do inpatient and outpatient services, and I was inpatient, and I love to bring music. I've told Jill a number of times, I wish I could come out here and strum that guitar. This would have been so much more exciting if I could have said it through song, but I don't have that. But I do network, and I get others, usually veterans, that will come in and present and sing or play guitar, and I bring that onto my geriatric unit and my senior unit, and many of them have dementia. And it was said earlier, I do believe Dr. Brick was talking about that veterans, people who have dementia, sometimes just don't even know who they are. They don't recognize their wives any longer. They didn't realize they had children. Often don't know their own birthday, but then you start the music. I had a gentleman who was very apathetic. That's one of the reasons he was in. He was failure to thrive. He just didn't want to function and participate with anything. And they had to try to help him eat. He refused to get up to use the restroom, but then the music came in. And all of a sudden he threw off his sheet, and his little feet were snapping, and he started doing a little jig and got up and used the restroom, and I was able to speak with his wife later that afternoon. It's powerful stuff. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. You all believe it, and you're all here because of your beliefs. But thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to present today. Okay.